How's it going, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I was hoping to get this video out a lot earlier than expected, but due to my mom's birthday being on Saturday, Father's Day on Sunday, and then my stupid camera not recording the audio for this video, I got a little bit held up. But I'm very excited for today because we finally have a good movie to review. Today, we're talking about The Iron Giant. The Iron Giant, the 1999 film beloved by so many audiences, is an animated film based on the 1968 novel Iron Man by Ted Hughes. It's directed by Brad Bird, most famous for his work on The Incredibles, in his directorial debut. It stars Vin Diesel as the Iron Giant and Eli Marienthal as Hogarth Hughes. It takes on the approach of a story like E.T., set during the Cold War, when a mysterious giant from somewhere unknown lands on Earth as he's hunted down to be destroyed. Thanks to Hogarth and a beatnik artist named Dean McCoppin, they keep the giant safe while teaching him essential moral lessons on humanity. Now, as you guys may know, I've been on a horrible streak when it comes to reviewing bad movies. Artemis Fowl, John Henry, Son of the Mask, you name it. And I've been on the search for a good movie to review for once, and luckily one of my good friends mentioned this movie to me, and I haven't really seen it before as I haven't really been interested in it, and he called it a masterpiece. And so I figured, why the hell not? I need a good movie to review, and if it's a masterpiece, I'm more than willing to finally watch it. For many people out there, I know that The Iron Giant is regarded as a great film, and many people have a special place for it in their hearts and view it as a nostalgic film. But unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of saying that since I only just checked out this film for the first time, and my only exposure to The Iron Giant wasn't Ready Player One. However, after reviewing this film finally, I gotta agree with a lot of people in their praises. This film was really well done. In the beginning, I'll admit by saying that I wasn't very invested in the story, and I found Hogarth to be a little irritating, and I was pretty apprehensive about the rest of the movie. But around the point of the reveal of the giant, that's where I began to enjoy myself. And from the way he revealed himself, I couldn't help but think of this as a horror movie. Just go ahead and put some creepy horror music in the background, and it could pass off as a horror film. Now, for the time period that this movie was made, I think that the animation was very well done here. With a big company like Disney being the pioneer of the style of 2D animation, Warner Brothers did a great job of making the movie beautiful to look at and give the characters lots of life. I also must give credit to the giant by giving him his 3D style and blending it with his 2D world, and making him look extremely cute and innocent with his movements and expressions. The way his face is designed initially makes him look like he would be stuck with a blank expression for the entire movie. But luckily, thanks to the joys of animation, we're able to see him give off human emotions throughout the film, which makes us understand his character a lot more and feel for him. I also must say that casting Vin Diesel as the Giant is a perfect casting choice in my book. When I think of the Iron Giant and Vin Diesel, I kind of started to think of Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. Much like how Vin Diesel was able to turn like a big, menacing looking tree into a fun, lovable character that we can all love, he did the exact same thing here with the Iron Giant, which I thought was really cute. Although both of them hardly talk and have limited vocabulary, we can still get a good feel for their personalities and understand what they go through when they have to rely on body language. I think what makes Diesel perfect for these kinds of roles is that he's a very adamant sounding guy, and he's also very soft-spoken, giving you a gentle feel for his voiceover characters. Just imagine if he kept on saying "I am giant" for the entire movie. I am giant. I also must say that this movie was a lot funnier than I expected it to be. When you have a giant character just like the Iron Giant, you're bound to have some comedic and enjoyable moments with him. Moments such as when he copies Hogarth's positions, when he learns what a rock is, feasting on a buffet of metal, and posing for the burger sign on the side of the road. If you have any other giant character just like the Iron Giant in any movie or TV show, I think you're guaranteed to get a laugh. It kind of made me think of Bumblebee in a way. Even the comedy that didn't surround the giant, such as when Hogarth was praying to God before dinner saying, "Oh my God, please protect us from the devil," and stuff like that. And obviously the joke in the bathroom. And yeah, poop jokes would usually make me cringe a lot, but I think it was very well done here that I couldn't help but just laugh. And of course, it wouldn't be right for me to review this movie without talking about its themes. Probably the most memorable quote when it comes to the Iron Giant is when Dean says, "You are who you choose to be." When Ted Hughes had written the book, he had intended to comfort his children after his wife tragically committed suicide. He uses the giant's self-reassemblage as a metaphor to pick yourself back up after being emotionally damaged by a particular event, which I think a lot of people nowadays should remember. And I'm sure we've all gone through those tough moments in life when it's losing a family member, maybe not getting the job you wanted, or going through a tough breakup, and so much more. But I think we need to realize that it's okay to reveal your pain to others, because if we don't get the help we need, we're never going to be able to pick ourselves back up again, just like the Iron Giant did. Considering that I've been through some of those examples that I listed in recent years, and knowing the backstory of the book, I've come to appreciate the story a lot more for what it is. When reading up on the production of this film, Brad Bird stated that he was in the middle of coping with the death of his sister as she was shot and killed by her husband. He had surrounded the pitch around the idea that guns had souls, but had the feeling that they didn't want to be guns as they knew of the pain that they could cause. And it's reflected here very well in the movie when the hunters kill the deer with their guns and Hogarth tells the giant that guns kill. Later in the film, when Hogarth tells the giant that killing is wrong but death isn't, I think it's something we should all remember. We eventually get to see that idea register in the giant's mind when he sees Hogarth pointing a gun at him and activates self-defense mode, and we also get to see him go on a rampage against the army thinking that they killed Hogarth. As someone that learned the lesson of killing is wrong to begin with, I think it was very compelling to see the Iron Giant stop his rampage against the army. He was able to learn that revenge is not the answer when it comes to killing people. You must forgive others, or else you're never going to be able to pick yourself back up again. I think that made his Superman redemption arc very powerful in the end when he sacrificed himself to save the ones that he loves. Of course, I quote, considering that he's still alive in the end, and during the story we get to see him reassemble himself multiple times. But to me, I see that as the Iron Giant leaving his past life of being confused on his true identity and rebuilding himself into the giant that he was truly meant to be. A sweet, lovable, and forgiving giant that everyone can love. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, I'm starting to love this movie a lot more. Unlike some films that I've reviewed on this channel already, I'm glad that the Iron Giant was able to keep me engaged throughout, with its impressive animation, fun characters and comedy, and meaningful life lessons. Now I can understand why the film has garnered a cult following since 1999. In a world where an issue like gun violence has become more prevalent now than it's ever been, I think this movie is a lot more relevant now than it was back in 1999, and it's definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it yet. For his directorial debut, Brad Bird made a great film that I think all audiences will be impacted by. A straightforward story with heartfelt themes. I'm gonna go ahead and give Iron Giant 9 out of 10 giant heads.
You are who you choose to be.
Okay, look, I know it's not a perfect score, and I know a lot of people give it a perfect score, but we gotta remember what we just talked about. Killing is wrong. But anyways, what did you guys think of Iron Giant? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you not care to watch it? I'd love to know in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more future movie content. Look forward to some more good movie reviews in the future. Hopefully. Thank you guys for joining me in this review. And until the next one, you guys, I'll see you later.